Today is Monday, August 3rd. The Yankees are winners, and you guys called up and left some voicemails. So let's listen to those. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY and Jake. Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks with old JOMBOY
and Jake.
Talkin' Yanks with old JOMBOY and Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Yanks. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. In the corner, we got producer BBD. We're coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx, rsvlts.com/JOMBOY. Go get yourself some colorful shirts. The Yankees are winning, Jake. We recorded the series recap yesterday. We're recording this one on Monday before the first game against the Phillies. Spirits are high. Moods are boosted. How are you doing?
Spirits are high, moods are boosted. I got some kombucha. I kind of panicked at our local shop today.
Like if we went to Jamba Juice and they were like, "Would you like a mood booster?" You'd be like, "No, I'm all good. Yanks are good."
Yanks, yeah, don't need the mood booster.
Yanks
today.
got me.
You probably get like the grass one, just trying to boost something. I'm always kind of trying to boost something. I think isn't kombucha good for your like digestive tract? So I'm boosting that today.
I don't know.
What's going on over there?
What is kombucha good for? And we're off to a hot start. Today's episode of Talkin' Yanks is brought to you some very special people. Jacob Longacre.
Oh.
Jacob Longacre.
That's a kicker name. Sorry. I say that in a compliment way.
That is a good kicker name.
Yeah. Here comes Jacob Longacre for the 45-yarder.
Long acres. He can cover a lot of acres and stuff
it's
like that.
It's a good kicker name.
Andre. Zane Ferguson. Nick K. Greg DeLallo Jr., Mike Lawson, Matt Dahl, and Gabby with one B, it says. So that's interesting. I always picture it with two Bs.
Gabby with one B?
One B.
Yeah.
Those
with
are,
a Y, I think you could do that.
Yeah. You have Gabby with the two Bs with an IE?
You can.
Interesting.
Been to Europe. It's not true. I haven't.
You never been to Europe?
No, not yet. Wanted to go.
You've been wanting to go.
COVID ain't helping.
You're not allowed now. Yeah, not allowed now. Literally. Well, those are our most recent Patreons. We appreciate them. We appreciate you. A lot of people are hanging out, watching live with us, telling us that our levels are sufficient.
Thank you.
That's great. That's huge news.
Nailed it.
Yeah. We got voicemails today. I mean, there's no housekeeping. We did an episode last night. Nothing has happened.
Last night.
Nothing has happened from last night to today.
I think Cess is about to be officially added. Hoke tweeted that out. And
yeah, that's exciting. But you told people on the other episode.
Thank
you. So let's just
Brandon.
dive straight in. Are you cool with that?
I'm cool with that. I'm a little nervous. BBD prepped us and said that these aren't like running 10 out of 10. We're winning 7. We're 7 and 1.
Some are.
Okay.
Some are. Some don't match the mood of the team.
There's more than 0 kind of negative ones.
Okay. Here we go. Let's
do
dive
it.
right
We'll
in.
get there.
Hey guys, Ryan from Slippery Rock again. Thank you for playing my Orioles question last time out. What in the world is Major League Baseball doing? I just woke up from the Yankees-Orioles, supposed to be rain-shortened game, and why are they keeping these guys at the ballpark so long? I get we want baseball, we want to see the Yankees as much as possible, but MLB says we don't want guys waiting around the clubhouse forever. I go to bed thinking the game's over, and all of a sudden I wake up and Jets just hit a 3-run homer to win the game. I don't know. It just seems like it's very wishy-washy. It's MLB, I get it, but they're all about safety and health for the players, but they're keeping them there till midnight. All right. Thanks, guys.
It seemed like that game was going to easily get called, and then they forgot to call it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the end, it was only an hour delay or so. Like, they did turn it around. But, I don't know, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wondering if we were Orioles fans, would we be saying, let's can it?
Second place Orioles, mind you.
Not these second place Orioles, baby. Yeah, I think there also goes into if you really want to go there. I mean, players just hanging in the dugout or hanging in the locker room for longer. I mean, that's not supposed to be happening, but yeah, after all of it, it was kind of fine. It was a lot of rain.
It was a lot of rain.
It was a lot of rain. They ended up finishing, I don't know. We started recording. We thought they'd can it, but they still punched it. I mean, we'll see going forward, especially now that the 7-inning rule is in effect for doubleheaders. Like,
yeah.
If there's a rain delay, 7, 8, 9-ish, you'd think they just can games at this point, but we'll see. Whatever. It was fine.
I think in the end it was fine. Like, we were very much, they should just call this, and I think we wanted to go home.
Yeah, it was kind of at the max, though. Like, if it, hour 15, hour 30, you start getting into a slippery range a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's the Orioles. I don't know. You're going to play them a lot this year. I'd get if it was, like, say it was the Phillies and it was the last time we're supposed to play them this year. Like, sure, have it out, but whatever. It worked out. Sorry you went to bed and Judge hit a homer.
I told this story before. One time my boss was a big Texas fan.
Sure.
And it was like in 2016. There was a huge rain delay against the Rangers, like 4 hours. And then the Yankees were up by a lot. They came back in the ninth, and then the Yankees lost. And I walked into the office, and I didn't know any of that. I went to sleep thinking they won. And my boss was like, "That was a crazy finish, huh?" And I was like, I felt so dumb. Because he was like ready to rub it in my face, and I just didn't even, I was like, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
There was a Yankees game sometime during high school that they won on a walk-off, and we had a leak in our chimney, and there was some, like, gas leaking in there.
Oh.
And I was passed out. Anyways, same story you just had.
Yeah, it was similar. All right, let's go to Bubak. He'll lift the shirts up.
Look out. What up, fellas? It's Bubak. Just a few things today. I haven't even listened to a friggin' podcast this week because, the new baby and all. It is what it is. We'll get back into the routine here shortly. Something I noticed, I tweeted about it, but we've been without baseball for how long? We're a week in with baseball. We get our second rain delay of the year. And people on Twitter are like, "Oh, just cancel it. Oh, just call the game. Just call it." Come on! We want baseball. Why in the hell would you want to call the game? I don't care. East Coast, I'm sorry if it goes past your bedtime. I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that. But come on. It's baseball. Baseball's back. So quit whining about, I just hope they call it. Good gravy. Let's go, fellas. That's all I got. That's my rant. Love you guys. I love you more than Artie. Let's go, Yanks. Let's go, Yanks!
He called back.
Look out, it's Bubak again. I just started listening to the Orioles series recap. And Jim, you started out with, let's just hope they cancel it because the Orioles don't care, the Yankees don't care. Jim, I care! I care, Jim! I care! I haven't had baseball, for what, 270 some days, I haven't had baseball. But you want to take it away from me. Guys, I love the shit out of you. I really do. I mean, my wife sometimes thinks I've got a better relationship with you guys and all your podcasts than I do with my own family. But come on, fellas. I need baseball. That's it. That's my rant. Love you. Peace.
All right. Wow.
Congrats on the new kid.
Well, I'm kind of pissed because he said since the baby hasn't been listening, which means the baby hasn't been listening to the shows.
No, the baby's been listening. He just hasn't.
He's been giving the babies the headphones, so he hasn't. He just watches.
He's a good dad.
Watches the new baby listen.
Parenting 101.
That's smart.
Got to read the baby books.
Yeah, Bubak, you have a point. But the East Coast thing's real. It was fucking late.
It was getting late, and we had
to record after. We were tired.
We want a normal record day. We want to record and get home. So,
yep.
Thanks for that.
Thanks, Bubak. I appreciate the rant. I appreciate it.
We got a...
Give him a present?
Yeah.
I think we're on it.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Hey guys, this is Nick calling from Greenwich Village, calling in the middle of the Yankees-Sox Sunday night game, so I'm not sure how that turns out, but my question is about defense. Why aren't we seeing Stanton in left? Baseball Reference has him with 11 defensive runs saved in his MVP season. Dude's a plus defender when he's right. There's a lingering effect from his injuries last year. I'm not seeing it at the plate or on the bases. I find it hard to believe he can't play a couple of days a week in left while Andujar DHs instead of sticking Miggy in left out of position. I don't think there's any question that Stanton's a better defender in left than Andujar. And if it's just concern about future injuries and protecting their investment in Stanton, couldn't you make the same case about Judge, another plus defender, albeit a better defender, but with similar health issues the past couple of years? So curious to see what you guys think. Thanks.
Thanks for the call. Love Greenwich Village. I disagree with you on one main thing that I think changes your entire call. We have seen Stanton not running the bases. And I'm, fine with it. He had a double play attempt versus Boston over the weekend. I think it was Friday or Saturday, where he just stopped running altogether. And I think 2018 Stanton, who led the league in infield hits, beats it out. We saw him go second to home recently. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And he, didn't slide. He definitely came up and was like, if I'm out, I'm out. He's clearly taking it very easily on the base paths from what I've seen with my brain. And yeah, don't risk hurting this dude. What? Andujar missed one ground ball. They still won the game. It didn't even matter. Gardner's a really good left fielder. Talkman's good. I mean, I have no itch to make Stanton play left before they think he is absolutely 100% healthy enough to play left field at full speed with no regard for injury. I mean, Hicks isn't even playing center field that way. So I am not calling for Stanton again in the outfield anytime soon.
I think this would be more of a conversation if Stanton wasn't playing well. If Stanton was clogging the DH, slumping, and not producing, then it becomes, he's blocking the DH spot. I wish we could get Andujar at bats there. I wish he could play. Stanton's doing his thing. He looks great. Keep him doing that because that's why he's on the team to hit. And I think just maybe the better scope to look at it, because, yeah, the base running hasn't been great. It's been serviceable. If Stanton was in left field tonight, I wouldn't be... I
don't think he looks bad base running. I just think he's clearly taking it easy.
He's not taking any chances.
I actually think all the Yankees are. Gio Urshela came up he didn't dig one out.
It's still early, man. There's no spring training.
I'm not upset about it. I actually think, hey, you're winning and you're all hitting, so take it easy.
And I think probably the better way to look at it is as long as Stanton's not clogging the DH spot, which, again, one of the best players in baseball, so he probably won't, and he's hot right now. Think of Stanton in left field as we do want that available for the playoffs, but to figure that out in the regular season, think of it as we can't make a mistake. If Stanton goes out there tomorrow and he rolls his ankle or he comes up lame or, whatever's bothering G Unit, then it's over. Mm-hmm. Then he's just a DH.
Yeah, there's no short-term injuries this year.
Let him DH now. We have a plethora of outfielders. I do want to see him out there, but again, even if it's not at the end of this month, and I'm talking about the new month of August, if Stanton doesn't play left field until September, first week of September, and he's looking healthier and he plays it well, and then when it comes playoff time, it's an option, that's all you want. As of right now, it's not a problem.
Agree 100%. I'm not clamoring for it at all. Next.
Hey guys, this is Andy in California, and I just got to say, if I see one more Clint Frazier should be the starting left fielder take, I am going to lose my mind. Listen, we all know Brett Gardner's been brutal, but he's shown before, he's showing it now. He plays great defense. The Yankees value. Yeah, his bat's been brutal, but guess what? Even if he doesn't pick it up, we have Mike Talkin, who plays incredible defense, can swing the bat. And we even have Miguel Andujar. I just don't get why people are clamoring for Clint. Listen, I know he's good. I know we all feel bad for him. He'd be starting on almost any other team. But I just don't get this cult of the fan base, this section that is clamoring for him. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I just can't figure it out. All right, go Yanks.
If you take away the hype that they gave Clint during the initial Miller trade, people said Trout. It's like you want to gag on it now, but that's what was said when he originally came over from the Indians. If you take away his cleats and his Instagram, I honestly don't think you have any Clint stance.
I mean, the bat speed, you know,
it's awesome.
He's had a walk-off homer.
His first game, I think, was a walk-off homer versus the Brewers. It was cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like...
The red hair's unique.
Tyler Austin didn't have any stands.
I don't see that
on
a
the
lot.
field. Tyler Austin did this more than Clint's ever done on the field. He didn't have the crazy stands.
I think Clint's been better than Tyler Austin on the field.
Clint hasn't been good. He's got like a 700 OPS.
Not defensively. I mean, Clint was pretty good last year.
For like 2 weeks.
He had, he finished the year with an 806 OPS in 69 games. Like that's an okay body of work for a 24-year-old player. Yes, he was a big prospect and he was hyped. And yeah, we'll see. And you're right. Like, does some of that make the package together? Yes, but at the same time, on the scope of baseball, we want players to have a little more swag and social media presence and things like that. Clint has unfortunately taken, a little bit of a south turn because he hasn't gotten playing time or been available the couple times he would have really gotten a chance. And then you're taking sad photo shoots in Scranton parking garages. Like, that's never been cool. So, yeah, I mean, the people clamoring for Clint, I mean, I do get it. I think his bat is crazy talented. On our Talkin Baseball stuff, I said if he got traded to the Texas Rangers tomorrow, I mean, he'd be like hitting 5-hole. And that's a tough thing for a young person to get through their head. So I kind of get it. In the realm of this Yankee season, I mean, the injury bug would have to come back in a big way. It's tough. Mike Talkman. Look at Mike Talkman's the better example. Look at what Mike Talkman has done on a Major League Baseball field recently, and he can't find the field for the Yankees. Mike Talkman has been very good, and he can't find the field. So Clint, he still has a serious flaw in his game. I mean, defensively, he's a giant concern, and with that, I mean, with this packed Yankees squad, he just doesn't have a role.
Another Clint voicemail.
Hey, JOMBOY Jake, Bill from Round Rock. Hey, so I know it's still early in the season, but looking towards the trade deadline on August 31st, it's getting fast approaching. So I was thinking potentially divvying away Clint for a possible starter. I think Clint is an awesome.
All right, we're going to put a stop on all Clint voicemails until he gets called back up with the Yankees. I can't do this. They tried to trade him last year. No one wanted him. It's really hard for the Yankees to be like, do you want our 9th outfielder who we have no room for and has been a headache with us and doesn't really have a defensive position? Do you want him? And the team is going to be like, for nothing, maybe. Like, he doesn't have value in a trade. And that's not to say, like Jake's saying, if Clint goes to another team, he won't rake. He will. But the Yankees are in no position to get anything for him because he's like 8th on the depth chart.
Yeah.
So it's actually just doesn't make sense. I mean, if they can find someone to trade him, like, I don't think you're getting a starter at all. I think you're getting maybe a reliever. So
yeah, like a rental.
Like a rental reliever.
Yeah, and that's, people do struggle to get the value-wise. And like you're saying, I mean, the Yankees' depth teams aren't going to offer the Yankees anything real for Clint. Like, if you think
right now he's just sitting
in
the satellite camp. You think teams are going to offer a starting pitcher for that?
I mean, teams are closer to waiting for Clint's options to run out. So the Yankees
DFA
have to make a move on him, which, a lot's going to happen between now and then. And honestly, the 60 season does hurt Clint. If it was 162, there's no doubt Clint.
That's what I said. As soon as Judge and Hicks all got healthy, I was like, this sucks for Clint. That's the last Clint voicemail we will be taking until there's an actual story.
Love you, Clint.
Next.
Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Gio Urshela. Wow.
If anyone didn't watch the Sunday night game, And we kind of barely heard this because we were doing our own commentary live on YouTube, but A-Rod said Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Aaron Judge. And he also called Gio the best third baseman in the AL. And even as Yankee fans, I think we all can kind of gag on that a little bit.
Yeah, we have a lot of Red Sox friends, and they were pretty disappointed in the broadcast, even with their expectations low. Yeah, man, that's A-Rod went full A-Rod last night, and it's tough. I will say this, if Judge can stay healthy and look like he has been and maybe get the MVP that was stolen from him in 2017, I mean, the dude has a chance to be an international star. The Yankees would have to win a World Series. Judge probably has to get an MVP. Those things aren't completely unrealistic, but the guy's larger than life. He wears the Yankees pinstripes, and he's really good. So don't lump him with any of those guys yet, or probably ever, if we're being honest, because those guys were all phenoms when they were
18,
21. Yeah.
But A-Rod,
baseball.
I like the name of this voicemail.
Hey, what's up? It's Lewis from Houston. I'm very sad about Tommy Kahnle, but I'm very excited about Jordan Montgomery. Here's why. He had an ERA plus of 116 or something whenever he was healthy. Now he's got 5 more miles an hour. He's going to be a beast. That's all I have to say. That's my prediction. He hasn't even dominated the Red Sox yet. That's how confident I am. He's going to dominate the Red Sox. He's going to dominate the season. Wow. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Awesome call. Is it Lewis in Houston? Did he flush at the end?
Love the delivery.
Hold on. Was that a flush at the end?
Flush check.
Thank you. Bye.
I think we got a flush.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll call it a flush. We're calling it a flush either way.
Sounded a lot like a flush.
Thank you, Lewis from Houston. Good to know there's still some allies.
Awesome
down
that
there
he.
for you.
Awesome. Well, we got Quentin Hubner too. Awesome that he called before the game.
Right.
And Monty did pitch well, and he does have the extra miles per hour, which is huge. I wanted to ask Katie if because there's a lot of new pitchers.
Yeah.
When Monty was pitching in 2017, he had the highest release point out of any pitcher in baseball. Like he's 6'6", and he comes right over the top.
Yeah.
Which makes his curveball like crazy.
Paxton, you used to do that. Yeah, man. Gumby, the tick up in velocity is big. I told you, I think I'm a new kind of baseball theory in general I'm developing is like these guys with 5 pitches, the Sonny Gray types, the Tanakas, the Monties. Baseball has become so analytical that guys look for percentages. Trevor Plouffe has told us many times, like, if he's in a count and there's a 50% chance of something, that's when you lock in. Like if it's,
I think it's 60 or over. You
if it's 2-1 and they throw a 2-seamer 75% of the time, that's when a hitter can lock in and really look to drive something. When you have so many pitches, you can't do that. So Monty has that. He's ticked up. And the other thing that's important, and when we go back and you look at 2017, 2018 Yankees teams, now that Monty's with the 2020 team, I mean, on a given day, Urshela and LeMahieu at second and third base, I mean, those guys are special.
Yeah.
They're special defenders. Glaber's talented. He still has some puppy dog moments, and whoever's at first, excuse me, is at first base for a reason. But those guys will help you out, and Monty keeps it down. Excited to see how the rest of the season develops. And, I mean, with our current pitching, which will change 1,000 times over this season, if the playoffs started tomorrow, we'd be fine with Jordan Montgomery starting a game.
Yeah, they have it as Monty threw 5 different pitches in that start. Which pitch do you think he threw the most? Trivia.
5 different pitches. So 2 different fastballs.
Yeah. And
is it one of the fastballs?
Yes. Surprising top 2 pitches for me.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm going.
Maybe I didn't hone in on the game as well.
2-seam?
2-seam. They listed as a sinker here. Yeah, nailed it. I would have guessed the curveball was higher than it is.
How often did he throw it, Jim?
He threw the curveball 14 times. He threw the changeup 20, the sinker 25, cut fastball 11, 4-seamer 7.
I mean, that's when you talk pitch mix. That's the
no, that's really good. I mean, his least use is 9.1%, and if you get all 5 with at least double-digit percentages, that's like you're pitching really well as a
tricking
starter.
him. Hitters have to change their approach against you.
Yeah. So Monty Lovefest. I like that call. Great call, Lewis.
Good delivery.
It's good all around.
What's up, guys? This is Nick from Utica, New York. Just a quick question about the defensive change they do towards the end of the games where they put Wade in, DJ at first, and they take out Voit. Just wondering if you guys think that is because Wade is such a special fielder, they feel like they need to get him in there, or if they genuinely think DJ is that much better than Voit at first, because I feel like I've been seeing Voit make some pretty good plays, and I saw DJ miss a few. Could be completely wrong. Just curious what you guys think. Also, Gary will start heating up next week when he's leading the league in homers. Then everybody can come talk to me because everyone keeps complaining about him. All right. Let me know, guys. Thanks.
Another good call. I like it. DJ missed one throw from Glaber, but it was not even an error. Like, he was reaching out, and it would have been a hard play. Voit has made a couple picks, especially on that around-the-horn double play started by Gio. Voit has looked decent.
Yeah.
But Wade and DJ is a better combo than DJ and Voit.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. So I don't think DJ is significantly better than Voit at first. I think he's better. I don't think Wade is significantly better than DJ at second. I think it's actually kind of a wash, or maybe DJ's better. It's just the combination is better.
It's, skinny Voit, and maybe he's put in the time defensively as well. That does bode for him becoming a better defender. You're more athletic. And if you really wanted to get into Yankees weeds arguments, maybe Voit has a better pick at first base than LeMahieu. I think if you gave LeMahieu an hour and a half of practice, he could probably beat him. But just think about it. You're taking a Gold Glover and DJ LeMahieu with the range to play second base, and you slide him over to first. And you had Tyler Wade, who has been nothing but special defensively at pretty much every position we've seen him at. So, yeah, it's fun. It's... it can be a real weapon. Tyler Wade, the closer.
The victory formation.
Yeah.
There's a couple games where Chris Carter went to right field versus the Orioles victory formation back in 2017. You guys remember that at all?
I do.
That was fun. That was some good times. Next on the table.
Hey guys, it's Talkin Too Fast Ryan again. You guys only give me a minute, it's not my fault. Anyways, hypothetical scenario here because Plouffe said he wouldn't play this season at all, no matter how much the money. Cashman calls you up, or Urshela gets hurt, hypothetically, the last couple weeks of the season. They say, we want Plouffe to play. How do you convince them to join the Yankees for the playoffs? Does he become a Yankees fan organizationally over the Twins after the season? And what would you tell Plouffe to get him to join the Yankees? What do you think he would take? Honestly. And then who would be his best friend on the Yankees during that time? Seriously, I want to know. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Okay. Well, some easy questions, some hard questions.
In there. Yeah, let's start checking them off.
Stan would be his best friend because they're both Cali boys, and Plouffe loves sucking up to the money bag studs.
Well, that's so
it's Wade and Stanton. That's his young hot boy and his sugar daddy.
You got it. Next question.
Okay, those are his two best friends, and that's easy.
My doppelganger.
You remind him how good the food is at Yankee Stadium.
Right.
The players eat pretty well there. You remind him that he's got a lot of juice with Twins fans.
A lot of juice.
You get
extrapolate that.
The juice ratio in Minnesota to Yankees. If you get any juice with Yankee fans, the exchange rate to Minnesota juice is nuts. So, also he could stay at our apartments whenever he wanted. That kind of slumber party.
Place to crash.
We both got gummies. He needs those.
I fly out to California.
Okay.
We hang out in his man cave. It's about 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoy some medical things.
Mm-hmm. You guys sit on the table with the little Dr. Knee.
Yeah, we're just testing our reflexes, having weed. And, I don't say a thing. And he knows. He knows I flew out there for that. I don't say a thing. We're just having a good time. Mm-hmm. And then it's 11:30, eyes are getting a little faded. And I drop something heavy. I'm like, so how do you want to be remembered?
Damn.
Just go, try to really break through to him. And then I'm like, that short porch is there. I know you've gone second deck and left. Come get this ring. Be good for the brand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we both fly back. Oh, I've got 2 tickets with me. I've bought him an airplane ticket back, and I put it on the table.
That's nice.
That's a pretty baller move.
First class?
I don't have any money. No. Go. You can upgrade this.
Greyhound.
You can upgrade. Do you like trains?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We got him. He's there, and we got his best friends. Best friends was easy. Easy.
Sugar daddy and a hot boy.
Yep.
In there.
What's up, fellas? I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but Gary Sanchez, my God, he's a great hitter, but in a 60-game season where every run counts and playoffs are just, straight up one against 8 and shit, I need a defensive catcher behind there. What do you think we should do with Gary in the future? Like, do we hire one of the Molina brothers to teach him how to catch? Because shit.
Gary's been fine defensively. Going
good,
yeah.
He's been good.
Going on a calendar year. You guys are stuck in 2018. In 2019, there was never... In 2018, every time there was a runner on third base, you were like, fuck. This guy can score easily. 2019, it wasn't a problem. This year, he's been good.
I think the pass...
He's put in, so much effort. He has one pass ball. Zach Britton threw, some weird-ass cross-up ball to him. I'm sick of it, man. If you were to call in and bitch about him being 0 for 15, fair.
Yeah.
A little irrational. I thought he was going to say he's 0 for 15. We can't win. I'm like, well, dude, we're 7-1, and he's been bad. But to complain about his defense right now,
right, because you want to,
is just because you want to.
You think you're supposed to.
You think you're supposed to. You're just trying to fall in to what people have said. You're just like, what do people say? Oh, I want to say that too. He's been fine. He was fine last year.
Yeah. He had a positive defensive WAR last year.
Yeah, because he was above average last year, and he's been fine this year. People are so annoying, dude. It's so fucking annoying.
It's
also, last 2 games, 2 hits, RBI, on-base percentage of .375. 2-game sample.
Bang.
You guys want to scream and yell about a 3-game sample when he goes 0 for in 3 games, I'll shove a 2-game sample down your throat. Just let it be and shut up.
And know what? I will say this, because and you guys can double-check me on the years, but I think there was the really good pitch framing year. I think that was 2018.
Yeah, 2018, but he's horrible at blocking.
18 was the pitch framing year, horrible at blocking.
One of the worst blockers we've ever seen.
2019, the blocking got a lot better.
A lot better.
The pitch framing wasn't as good, but the blocking was significantly better, and he still got a really good arm.
Yeah, 2018 was, I think 2017, the pitch framing was really good.
Okay.
2017, the pitch framing was really good. The blocking was atrocious. 2018, everything was atrocious. Remember, he had arm surgery.
Yeah.
He just couldn't reach.
Shoulder. He couldn't grab.
He couldn't
balls.
grab fastballs because he had to have shoulder surgery. 2019, the framing took a hit,
right,
and the blocking got a lot better. That's why they brought in Tanner Swanson, the new catching coach, and he has him on one knee to help work on the framing. And people are getting annoyed because Gary's framing right now is he just brings it right to the middle, and it looks overdone. But the point is that he doesn't start there. He's starting low, so there's a moving glove the whole time. So that's by design from the new catching coach that just turned Mitch Garver into a stud and is doing all this stuff. And again, it's been a small sample size, but he looks good.
If you really want to complain about Gary, it's just the whole package. He's got the rocket arm. He's shown he can pitch frame. He's improved the blocking. The blocking was solid last year.
He rated above average last year.
And hitting, Gary obviously has his ups and downs. I think we're about to see a big up in the next couple weeks, so that's exciting. But yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, I'm on record saying he's the most talented catcher in the league. Real Muto has been whooping his ass recently. I think Gary's more talented than him fairly easily, but he's got to put it together. But yeah, don't use your eyes.
And it's so annoying because
take a take.
All these people that are stuck in 2018 with their take, they see that one pass ball from Britton. They're like, see, I told you he sucks. Yeah. That was one. That was one. How many innings has he caught this year? Whatever. I'm over it. I'm not over it because it pisses me off that people just have labeled this and they just refuse to rethink it.
And he's on a Hall of Fame pace. So
next.
What's up, fellas? This is an appreciation voicemail. You don't necessarily need to put it on the show. I found you guys on YouTube spring of 19. I think I subbed when you guys were around 6,000 subs. And I never really fully got into listening to the pods until the off season this past year, and we're getting back into the swing of things, and we got the award shows. I just listened to Sharp Stats, and you guys are killing it, and the content is awesome. And with all this bullshit going on in the world right now, especially with the season now looking like it's going to be in jeopardy, it's just so cool to have such quality stuff to listen to. So you guys are killing it. Such a happy member of this community, and go Yanks. Love you guys.
Well, thank you, Hugh. Warms my heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew that Gary would bring you down, so BBD followed. Good job,
BBD
BBD.
labeled that as get mad about Gary.
Okay.
Because he knew I would.
Yeah.
I've been better about that. I used to be like every waking day I'd fight off Gary.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just frustrating when they're like just stuck.
Right.
But thank you, Hugh. Thank you for listening and being part of the community with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we love the community. I mean, there's a lot of people that now, we've known for a few years now, and it's really cool. So glad to have you aboard. And Aaron Judge just won L Player of the Week. So good job.
Pretty simple. Just hit 6 home runs in the week, and you'll get it.
I just tweeted him, congrats.
Congrats, Judge.
Good job, Aaron.
DM him on Instagram.
Dude, you just won Player of the Week.
How do you feel?
Sources.
Next.
Hey, boys. It's Josiah from Austin, Texas. I called in a few weeks. I was wondering how many games you think the Yankees could win. I said maybe 45-50. And Jimmy put on his teacher voice and told me that probably wasn't going to happen. So now that they're 7-1, which would put them over 40 wins if they continue on that, I wanted to know if you have changed any thoughts on my question. I think they could easily get 45. Let me know.
I'm still not going to get, and they have a great start, best start in like 10 years or 20 years, right, for the Yanks, 7-1. It'd still be tough, man. We were going to run into an injury. The pitching hasn't been stellar.
Yeah.
The offense has been carrying them. So I'll give it, I thought 37. I'll say 40 is my new, I think they'll get 40 with the start. But what was this guy's name? Something from Austin?
Austin.
Josiah.
Austin.
You may have a fun voicemail where you can call up at the end of the season and tell me I was being too dumb and I should have been more hyped.
Absolutely.
I'll be excited if you can do that. But I still just wouldn't, I'm a big limit expectations guy. Because if they win 37/40, that's still really, really good. So I don't want to set the fan base up for 45-50 and then they feel like, we feel like they didn't accomplish what we thought they could.
Yeah.
Same thing when people said Judge was going to hit 50 the second season. There's no reason for that to be the bar. That's just where my opinion on it is. But I have bumped up that I think 40 is easy now.
It's attainable.
Attainable, yeah.
I do think people need to pump the brakes a little bit. It's still very early in the season, and things are clicking. We've literally never seen Judge and Stanton do this at the same time. The Baltimore Orioles have a .625 win percentage. There's still going to be some coming back to earth. The Yankees aren't going to continue at an .875 win percentage. Maybe. Be cool if they did. So, I don't know. I think you got to taper things a little bit. Things look good. We're excited. But let's pump the brakes. Is 40 reasonable? Yeah, I think it was in the realm before. The Yanks had to look really good. But, let's not go Looney Tunes with it. The Yanks are going to lose a series this year.
Yep.
This is still baseball. So, buckle up. I'm glad you're excited. We're excited. Everything looks great. I mean, 2 voicemails ago I said, Aaron Judge could be an international star if he wins MVP and the Yanks win the World Series. So, it's good to have this excitement right now, but, go easy on it.
Is Babe Ruth the last international star?
International baseball star, Jeter.
You think, what are you counting as international?
I mean, he's big.
I don't think people in Europe know who Jeter is. I think they knew who Babe Ruth was.
BBD?
I think if they're going to name a baseball player, Jeter is probably among the first names that comes out.
Yeah. I just don't think baseball is global.
Well, stop thinking Europe. Think, Dominican, or think, baseball is a global sport, not necessarily Europe.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, well, global, I would think, like, all of it. Like, Tiger Woods is known anywhere in the world.
Sure.
I don't think baseball's ever going to have someone like Tiger Woods or even Michael Jordan where they're known everywhere in the world.
You never know.
Never know.
Could be a 6'7" giant who's been a stud all way.
Yeah. Next.
Lost my words.
Hey, guys, bit of a weird question, okay? Who's your favorite Yankee of all time that's never been your favorite? You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got that guy that they look at and be like, he's not my favorite, but I love him. For me, I mean, it's recency bias, but DJ LeMahieu, I just look at the man and I just can't help but smile because I love him so much. But he'll never be my favorite. He'll never be Tanaka or Judge or Glaber in terms of my love for him. I just have to love him. Thanks, guys. Go Yanks.
I get the question.
Yeah.
I have an easy answer.
Okay.
Jorge Posada.
Ooh.
Never.
I don't think that qualifies.
Never will be more favorite than Jeter or Pettit in his day. Like, was never the number one on the team he was on. But I love Posada.
Okay. I mean, I think they're aiming, like, smaller apples than that. Like, not a guy that's going to be having their number retired kind of thing.
But he's never a favorite, but he's a favorite.
He's your favorite. I think a lot of people that like the catcher position, I think he could be your favorite.
I don't think I've ever answered, like, who's your favorite Yankee? I've ever said Posada.
Okay. Okay. It's an interesting angle. Like, I think it's, like, staying in the now, it would be like Gio Urshela. Like, I love third baseman.
Right now, he's like I think I said last stream, he's one of my favorite guys right now.
The way he can pick it is really cool.
D-Rob probably is there in his heyday.
D-Rob's a good one. Like, Scott Brocious for me. Like, that another slick fielding
just second-rate players?
I think guys that aren't, like, come up through your farm system or spend a long time there.
Probably Swisher for a ton of people, huh?
Swisher's probably up there.
I feel like BBD's age range
Ooh.
loves Nick Swisher.
Didi right now is a big one.
And that's the age range right below BBD, I think, loves Didi. Because, like, Didi never became... I was too old, I think, for that.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people are doing, like, I miss Didi. Like, Didi had more years on the Yankees where we were like, ugh, then we were like, yeah.
Well, I talked through this the other day. I forget if it was with you or Kyle. If you're a newer Yankee fan, since 2010, like, Didi's home run is one of the biggest moments you've had as a Yankee fan.
Yeah, Gary's double, Didi's home run, Bird's home run. Those are all the biggest moments.
So, and just being an endearing
awesome guy. Yeah. So I'm saying if your heyday of a fan, like if you are in college right now and when you were in your formative years during the 17 run, Didi's forever your dude.
Absolutely.
Forever.
Trying to see some of the old teams that guys like David Wells. I think that would be a name for some people. El Duque, I wonder if he qualifies. I mean, he's kind of has his own folklores going on to a degree almost.
I do think Posada's kind of like one step above what we're looking for. I think it works, but...
I get what you're saying, and juxtaposed to
you
Jeter,
justified it well.
I mean, different stars, but I don't know. Like, people love Jorge, and, like, he's in the Yankees.
Yeah, I know, but he was just never, like... I never would have said he's my favorite.
Like, if DJ LeMahieu leaves for free agency after this year... Like, that's what this guy's saying. He's like, yeah, I know it was only 2 years, but, man, he was good, and I loved watching him play.
I don't really... Who else even fits? It's very weird.
Ricky Leday.
I feel like we're building a very specific niche.
Shane Spencer.
Yeah.
Talkman has a lot of stands.
Got second in MVP. I feel like the only other guy that isn't in that category is, like, Granderson, which I don't think anyone's going to...
Granderson might be a good pick, yeah.
I don't have any special relationship with Granderson.
Okay. We weren't saying for you. We were saying if someone said Granderson, they'd be like, oh, yeah.
I'm trying to find an answer for you guys since you don't like Posada.
I like Posada. Maybe Soriano. Soriano gets overlooked a little bit. Traded
Alfonso?
away for A-Rod. He was a lot of fun when he was right.
Yeah.
Nick Johnson for my sister. She liked him.
Someone in the chat, Dylan said, like, Gio fits this bill, which
Yeah.
maybe he does perfectly.
Yeah, it's kind of the 2 to 4 year Yankees. They were good, but they're not like
Swisher's probably the best
pinstripes
of
till they
those.
die.
Swisher's probably the best of that crew.
Yeah.
Like a 4-year Yankee who left a mark with the fan base.
Like 20 years when Nick Swisher's showing up at Yankee spring training, people aren't going to know who he is.
You don't think so?
I mean, like we will, but nobody under...
Dude, I think they will. He's like still works out with the team. He's still part of the front office. He still comes to every
That's
old,
what I'm saying. Like Stump
old-timers day.
Merrill. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I think like Giambi might be a fun answer here.
Could be. Yeah.
Like not a pinstripes guy, but
what about Tino then?
I think Tino's got a chance, yeah.
It feels like we're just playing name a part-time Yankee that we liked.
Yeah.
Tino might be too big.
Tino might be too
I
big.
feel like he's a lot of people's straight up favorite.
Melky.
So we're trying to find a guy that's no one's straight-up favorite.
I think that
Like if anyone's like that's my number
like
one,
you
then he
can
kind
in
of
good
doesn't
faith
get.
call them your number one. Yeah.
Okay. Then Gio fits that bill.
Chiming
Really well.
Wang.
Yeah, I love Chiming Wang.
Yeah.
It's probably a good one.
There it is.
Chiming Wang and Jobber were the only two jerseys I owned for a long time. I think like going into 08, Chiming Wang's like high on my list. Obviously not better than Jeter.
Miguel Cairo.
That's ironic. I think
That
looking
is
for
half
I
ironical.
think we're looking for non-ironic.
Chiming Wang. I think that would be your...
Loved Wanger. That's what
Yeah.
Jeter called him all the time. Which maybe isn't nice anymore.
I don't know.
Wanger. All right.
Thank you.
That's the last voicemail. That's all we got. It's the final end of the show. It's a good show. Some good voicemails, some bad voicemails. No more Clint talk.
Ain't that it?
And
Sharp Stats tomorrow?
Yeah, we record tomorrow. If you're still out there saying Gary's terrible at defense, just know you're a year and a half behind. You're like Encino, man.
Yeah.
Catch yourself up. We'll see you tomorrow with Sharp Stats. Thank you very much. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.